Right, welcome back to the channel. This episode back on the Z1000. I'm going to be running the Z1000 now for quite some time until I can get the Z650 sorted. I've started, done a bit of work, but there's still a long way to go. So from where we left off in the last episode, the whole engine is apart. I've got the bottom of the crankcase on the bench with the gears, clutch still attached. That needs to come out. I need to have a look in and clean all the cases. Cranks out. I need to actually get the rotor off. I'm actually going to look at having the crank balanced and welded. We've got the sump to clear up, which is not pretty. Top crankcase, I'll show you that in a second. Actually doesn't look too bad, but it's still going to have a clean out. But it's trying to work out where all these bits are. I'll show you the sump now, and you can see all the bits. So as you can see there, doesn't look particularly good. Bits of gasket. So all this needs to come out, be cleaned, scrape all the surfaces, remove the gearbox, even though this is quite an easy process. Remove the actual gear lever, take all these mechanisms out, and then I'll just be left with a case so I can actually start cleaning. Again, with this, gasket needs removing, and then start the clean out process. As regards to the crank, as I say, I'm going to look into getting this sent off, have a look at, check it all out. It's obviously unlike the Z650, I could unbolt and then take the com rods off, but these are actually still in situ. It's both, from what I've read, this is a pressed crankshaft, so it is all just pressed into each other. So again, all this needs to be checked out, looked into, all the bearings had a look at. So any recommendations on, obviously I'm working on a budget so I can't afford a lot, but anywhere I can get this welded and balanced and check through all the bearings, leave a comment in the comments box below. I appreciate the feedback. As I always do, I can't say it enough. So today we're going to get this gearbox out, start unbolting all this and the gear lever. Again, very similar to the Z650 when I did that. Yeah, because there's another unit underneath, which will be the selectors. Right, so I've cleared off the bench, just got the bottom crankcase in place. Alright, so that's the gear lever and selectors. That will be the actual bottom fork selector. Again, all this will be cleaned out. Right, so that's the back set of gears. As you can see, the selectors on the back. That shaft we need out. So the next thing to come out will be this one. Right, so they're actually sprung loaded. Right, so if we have a look at this back selector unit, that's how it's held in on the front cog. And well, that'd be the back selector unit, sorry, the front selector unit, which is one, is held in on the back section. So rear is at the front, front is at the rear. So I need to undo that screw and then I can release it. Right, that screw's in there tight, so what I've done, I've just released the rear shaft and the selectors as they come out, and then back on the shaft. Again, they're sprung loaded. Now let me get that circlip off. That's that one just there. That's not actually moving. This one actually came out altogether. Right, that's actually the circlip out. It's just, so I use two small screwdrivers just to pull it down. The front cap will come off, the spring will come out. Right, there's two bolts. One there and one there, which is holding this shaft in place. Looking at those, I'd say they're 10mm. Yep. Again, similar to 650, it's like a retaining clamp. That's the first one coming. The second one's cracked. Alright, I'm just going to quickly remove these and then we can pull these shafts out. Right, so that's the second bolt, and that's the retaining plate. Now we can actually remove the shaft again. We'll put this all back together, how it came off. Including the circlip. Right, that's the circlip pop back in place so I don't lose it. Now the main selector shaft comes out. Actually, I'll leave that in. But that is basically it. It's a very, very simple engine. So literally everything is out. It is very, sorry, get my words out. It is very basic. Easy to work with, but just weighs an absolute ton. As I say, we've got all the gasket to remove. Got seal in there. But yeah, so a lot of cleaning to do, a lot of gasket removing, clean the surfaces, start cleaning inside. Give it a wash out in the parts washer, just clear everything up. Again, we'll have a look at these sleeves. That one has got a deep score in it, which is actually off of this one. Yeah, that is quite a... Again, we'll have a look at the crank ones. Same in this side as well. Alright, so we're actually looking at that one. That's got the... yeah, it is that one. That's got the actual groove in it for that ring. It looks as though it may have rotated itself round and started cutting in, so we're probably going to have to replace that one. So as regards to top case, again that'll be the same as the bottom. Give it a clean out, check all these shells, make sure they're okay, clean all the gasket surfaces up. So that is the worry, the scoring on that one. Hopefully you can see the score line. I reckon it is where this has gone round, even though it should be located in here. Must admit, when I did the Z650, there's normally two. There's one in the top, one in the bottom, but there doesn't seem to be on these ones. So the other thing I've got to do is remove all these cylinder studs. So they need to come out because I'm going to replace them with the heavy duty APE. That'll be done, well, when I can afford it really. They're about £100 for a set of studs and about another 70 odd quid for the nuts to actually hold it down. So this project may take a while. I'll revisit it every so often. Say I need to get obviously this sorted. Like I say, the crank, I need to pull the rotor and then hopefully find somebody that can true it, balance it and weld it. Still leave all the boards hanging up so I know where everything came from. Well, that was the main thing, just to get that taken apart. Obviously I need to get the clutch basket off, get that nut out. But as regards to where this metal's come from, that's a bit of a baffling one. It is in the sump the worst. As I say, there are score marks there, but not enough to actually, I can't actually see anything broken. Doesn't seem to be any damage to any of the gears. So a bit of a mystery. I mean, obviously going back to the shelf unit, full of all the bits. We've got the carbs to refurbish. Whether I end up using them carbs, I'm still unsure, but they need to be done, cleaned up. So if I do decide to sell them, I need to look into the camshafts, of whether they're going to be strong enough to actually take the extra cc. We've also got cylinder head to actually strip down, refurb all the cases to basically clean, rocker cover, again strip down, clean, repaint. I'm going to go black engine with chrome covers, so there's plenty left to be getting on with. I just wanted to get these bits done, taken out, and then I think next episode I'll pull out the parts washer, fill that up, get the ultrasonic cleaner out, and we'll start going through some of these parts and start cleaning them up. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. As I say, this is going to take a while. This is basically, well, it was supposed to be my Saturday project, but obviously since the problems I've had with the Z650, this will be the ongoing at the moment. I'll get as much done as I can, cleaned up. But obviously there's a lot of parts. I wasn't expecting to bring this forward this quick. So there will be a lot of parts that I'll need to order. Say the crank I need to send away. That's not something I can do myself, not something I'd attempt myself. But I can get all the cleaning done, all the prep work, have a look at the shells. If they need replacing, obviously I need to order those, get the part numbers for them. But basically get the crankcases themselves stripped, cleaned, mark out which bits I need to replace, get the actual outside of the crankcase cleaned and stripped of the paint that's on it, and then I'm going to repaint it. I am going to go with a gloss black. I think that'll look quite good. Gloss black with chrome accessories. But we'll see how that goes. As I say, any input into this is the first time I've ever done this kind of project. So just for people that are just joining and watching this for the first time, the engine is actually a Z1000J 1982. I've already got the barrels and the pistons. It's going out to an 1170. So obviously there are things that are going to need to change. The crank needs to be sorted. I need to look at the camshafts. I need to look at the sprayer, the camshaft, the valve springs. I need to look at the clutch, whether the clutch can hold it. It's all new areas for me. Oil cooler, which is another thing that's been suggested. Maybe bigger carbs, unsure at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. But any comments in the comments box below, I really appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. You know how much it means to me. You guys have really helped me get to the place where I am now, and it's all thanks to the viewers basically that have that have helped. I'm no mechanic, I'm not an expert, I learn as I go, I make mistakes, big ones sometimes, but that is part of learning, and I'm willing to have a go, I'm willing to make a mistake, I'm willing to learn. There are links to other videos at the end of the video. Join me again next time when we start the cleaning process. Again, thanks for watching, join me again soon. Cheers, bye.